Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. Hope you're having an awesome day. Let's talk about farming like a boss. I don't know why I named this years ago like a boss, but that's what I've got for you. This is a blueprint for succeeding in your market. Let me type that for success in your market. And yes, I have a Google Doc for you. I made this in 2016. I think I made this in 2016. I had previously broken into different farm areas and I used a lot of different techniques, definitely failed a lot. And I thought, now that I've succeeded in one, let's see if it works. So I started outlining it. And I've got 7 steps for you here. I almost feel like this could go like a 25-minute version of this, but let's do it hopefully less than 10-minute version. Here's a quick outline for you. If you need the Google Doc, let me know, message me on Instagram. Do me a favor, follow me first on Instagram and then message me, because sometimes it goes to spam otherwise and I can't message you back. And I will send this to you and I'm the one sending it to you. So if it takes me a day, you know why. Here's the quick outline. Step number 1, choose your area. I like to start with 500 homes. Step two, study your farm, what sold, what expired, what's seasonal in your area. Step number 3, study your competition. Step number 4, create and deliver valuable content constantly. We'll go into that. Step number 5, engage and communicate. Step number 6, automate and leverage. And step number 7, reanalyze. Here we go. Step number 1, choose your area. When I first started, I did a farm and I think I started with over 2,000 homes. And I quickly realized that was a lot for me. So once I failed into it, I realized that 500 homes for me was the sweet spot. I had to also look for places that had good turnover. I didn't want to go to a place that didn't sell, right? And for me, I started with entry level. I'm like, what's an area that's going to turn over a lot? Maybe people that are buying for the first time and they're also selling for the first time. So for me, I found a spot. It was an area out of Thousand Oaks, townhome area, condos. And I did quite well with it. I started then mailing out, right? But I identified the 500 first. Look for that. Look for strong value. Look for that turnover. Step number 2, study your farm. Here's where I put know the market inside out. That means you're going to need to know what's selling. You're going to need to know what sold, what expired, what canceled, what's overpriced, what's off market. And this is going to come with time, because when I finally chose my farm area, I started door knocking it. So I got to know the neighbors. They would tell me the insides, the outsides. I didn't even know. But more importantly, I studied the area. And this is where you need to study the MLS daily. Listen, if it's an area that you're constantly farming and being part of, you need to know what's happening and you need to know it inside out. This is where every day you've got to check what's going on. And anytime a client would ask, hey, well, what is going on while I'm door knocking or getting a lead from online or wherever they're coming from, I would use Cloud CMA and send them a quick CMA. And if you've got MLS access and you're part of a board, you typically get Cloud CMA for free or RPR. You could use either or. And Altos Research does such a great job simplifying this as well. Anyway, that's step number 2, study your farm consistently. When I first did this, I printed out a big poster board of my farm and it outlined where it was. And I got a little crazy anyway. That's what I did. Number 3, study your competition. This one, I think, is probably the most important one. I want you to do a SWOT analysis. And SWOT analysis here, I wrote it down too, just so I don't forget it. Because I always forget one. And I'm like, which one is it? I'm not going to forget it this time because I'm reading it. SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Threats is the one I forget. That's the one I keep on forgetting. You look at a SWOT, you do a SWOT analysis on your competitors. And you look, are they doing a great job on social media? Are they not doing a great job online? Are they doing a good job in person? Now, if you live in the area and you're getting their mailers, compare their mailers to what other mailers are going out, and then compare to the MLS. Are they actually selling anything, or are all their homes expiring and not selling or getting canceled? When we did our research into the areas that we went into, we quickly found out that our competition, there were two opportunities for us. Plenty of threats. Two opportunities with our competition. Number one, they didn't have a good presence online. So what did I do? I went online. I went and did Google PPC, Facebook lead ads. Boom. We did an amazing job. Number one. Number two, they were getting their listings and they weren't selling. They were actually overpricing a lot of their listings, and they were expiring. But before they were expiring, they were getting canceled. And when we discovered that, obviously, when we went and did a presentation, we pointed that out to people, right? And once we got going, there was no stopping us. Do a SWOT analysis. Extremely important. Number four, create and deliver valuable content consistently. Your farm, your community that you're mailing to needs value. They don't just need another just sold postcard or just listed postcard. I'm not saying that they don't need those, because you do. It's part of your brand. But you need to figure out what your community really cares about. Is it improvement tips? Is it market updates? Is it local businesses? Is it schools? Is it community service? Is it what to do in the community? Hiking trails? I don't know. But we include all those in there. The point is, you need to figure out what that is. And once you figure it out, use tools to leverage that so you show up more online. One of the great tools that we now use, I wish it was around 10, 15 years ago when we started doing this, but it's very new. It literally came out a year ago. Real Estate Content AI has done a magnificent job in doing this, and that's typing. Look it up, realestatecontent.ai. You can literally outline your social plan and type in at the top, hey, create whatever it is that you want to create for my community. And this is what I wanted to talk about. Boom. And it creates in like 3 minutes, the whole week, all social, X, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, blogs. It does it all. And they just teamed up with some data company as well. So now you can start populating data, like data points, like what's sold, what's on the market, all that good stuff. That's powerful. That's the stuff you want to show up on. And on top of that, use a newsletter, right? Connect with people through newsletters. Create and deliver valuable content. What is it? Is it a handwritten note that connects with people in between your postcards? Is it on the postcards that you let people know the activities that are happening in the community? That's what I'm talking about. You deliver valuable content consistently. Right. And remember, when you're mailing and you're starting this farm and you're doing all of these items, it's not going to pay out quickly. Farming takes a long time, but once it hits, man, it keeps going. In fact, I would suggest that you probably, I'm going to look this up on the fly here with you, but this is episode 451. I want you to take a look at. There was an episode that I did, 8 in 8, I called it. And I believe it was 440, man. It was in the last few that I did. I do so many. Here it is, 445. I want you to go look at 445. And that's a really good way of starting off in a farm, because when you quickly inundate an area with a farm, in an area that you want to farm with your information, people get to know who you are quickly, and then you can ease out, right? And so the idea is creating and delivering valuable content consistently over a very long time. But initially, boom, get in there, right? Step number 5, engage and communicate, call, text, be on social, show up in person. I don't know your commitment to your farm, but I can tell you it's going to take a while, and it's going to take you showing up in person, whether it's to community events, whether it's at the coffee shop, whether it's supporting local businesses, whether it's door knocking, whether it's doing a lot of open houses in your area, right? And then obviously mailing out and showing up consistently through newsletters and in different ways. And I'll give you a couple of tech pieces that you might like in this step number 6 here, which is automate and leverage. Here's where you're going to use technology and you're going to get help as you grow. Hopefully you hire staff to help you out and grow this, right? But the idea behind this is to use systems like Lofty. We use Lofty. We use their AI system on this. We use Lofty to do a lot of things, to communicate with our clients, to tag them, to do auto emails, auto texts, just to nurture. But what we also use another company called Home Actions, plural. And it creates these newsletters for us. And it does such a great job. We don't have to worry about the content. We don't have to worry about what we're doing this month. It sends them out automatically by email. And that's what I love. And I love it so much that we thought, why don't we create something like this so that we can mail out newsletters? Because, and not to our community, but to our core people. So I thought, let's add that piece, which now is coming. We're about to add that. But for now, Home Actions does great, right? Use technology. It's all out there. Number 7, here's where you're going to take some time out after you've put all this in place. I would say quarterly, take a day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day it is that you use to reflect back and look at the technology that you have, the systems and the processes. And you've got to inspect what you expect every 3 months. Farming is definitely not set it and forget it, because the moment you do that is the moment you're going to start just throwing away money. Every 3 months, you've got to see, is this working? Is my call to action working on my postcards? Is it getting me the right responses? How's my social media doing? What communities are coming up? Which one should I sponsor? Should I run my own community? You've got to adjust your strategy based on the responses that you're getting and whether or not people are connecting with you. So remember, when you're going to start farming, it's going to be long-term. And if you need this, just message me. I really feel like we only touched on all of these. I could probably do a longer version of this one that's probably going to be 25 minutes or longer. But for now, this is what you get. Have an awesome day.